to the first episode of Curls and Cuisine, brought to you by Brown Girl Broadcast. Today we will be frying chicken.
Fry your drummy dummy down. Fry your drummy dummyettes down to the ground. I'm talking about crispy fried.
I'll be using chicken bouillon, parsley, Lawry's seasoned salt, garlic powder, black pepper, onion powder, and paprika. These are the chicken wings we'll be using today. I did get them from Whole Foods. Let's get started. I have already pre-washed this chicken in vinegar water, so this is already washed. So we're gonna start with just some chicken seasoning or chicken bouillon. I just kind of eyeball my seasoning. This scoop that I use is 1 tablespoon, so do with that what you feel. This does have a lot of sodium. I'm not gonna use very much of this Lawry's because I will be seasoning my flour as well. And I'm using mustard as my, what's the word I'm looking for? To make everything adhere. So it's the glue. And I do touch my raw meat with my bare hand, not a glove. The same way my grandmother did, same way my mom did. I feel like after you've been cooking for a certain amount of time, you can tell just by the touch if your chicken or whatever you're seasoning needs more seasoning or if you seasoned it too much. So I do like to touch my food with my bare hands. Now I'm going to set this chicken to the side and I'm going to start working on my flour. This is just all-purpose flour. I have about 20 plus pieces of chicken. This is a 1/4 cup that I'm using, and I'm going to use about, 4 of these. And you're going to season your flour with everything you seasoned your chicken with. I'm going to add 2 extra seasonings this time, which will be parsley and paprika. Just to make it a little bit more crispy, I do like to put in about a tablespoon of baking powder. Now we're just gonna mix our seasonings together. Once you have everything mixed in, a rule of thumb I like to go by is that if I can't see my seasoning in my flour, then I haven't put enough. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your flour. I like to clean up as I go. It just makes the process less chaotic for me. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick and then we'll get into the frying. This skillet been around since I was a kid. I just realized that.
She has been around for a minute.
This skillet probably gonna outlive us.
Yep.
That's crazy. Now our oil has gotten hot enough. We're gonna go ahead and start battering our chicken and putting it into the grease. How you can tell if your oil is hot enough, just take a pinch of your flour and pop it in. If it bubbles, it's ready. And I just press my flour into my chicken and make sure it's coated all over, and then shake off any excess. Pop it in. And just keep that process going. You can use pretty much any oil you want to. If you're a fan of peanut oil, you can use that. This is just a basic canola oil that I'm using. I fry chicken in olive oil, canola oil, vegetable oil. I've had fried chicken in Crisco. I've never used Crisco, but if you wanted to use Crisco, that's a very popular one, especially in the South. Yeah. don't want your chicken cooking this fast. Cooking is just extremely relaxing for me. I obtained my level of cooking from spending weekends with my grandma. And now whenever I just want to get away, I'm typically in the kitchen. One of my favorite meals to cook is probably Thanksgiving food. Mostly just because of how much work goes into it. I know that sounds crazy, but I like how much you have to do in order to get to the final product. Is it giving?
It's giving.
Not the big bite.
It's some big back business right here.